Bands by the River, a podcast about happiness, music, and comedy.
All right. Welcome to Bands by the River. I'm Will.
I'm Miranda.
Today we're recording at Space ATX, located at 7915 Menchaca Road in Austin, Texas. Today we are here with Holy Wave. Thank you guys so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
One at a time, tell us a little bit about who you are. We'll start on that side.
My name's Kyle Hager. I've been playing with these boys for 15, 20 years. I generally play keys, synths, organs, and do some vocals. And yeah, the Dolphins lost today, but I'm a big Miami Dolphins fan.
Ooh. Still holding on to that undefeated season, or?
We still got it so far. 72. The 72 Dolphins do.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
No.
Don Shula, Dan Marino, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah.
My name is Julian Ruiz. I play the drums in the band. Just a regular ass dude. Not much to report here.
All right.
Well, yes. All right. I'm Ryan Fusen. I play guitar, keyboards, and I sing as well. I'm from El Paso, but I live in Austin, and yeah, I guess that's all there is about me.
I'm Joey. I play guitar and keyboards. That's it.
That's it.
He has a podcast too.
Yeah, I have a podcast.
Oh, what's
Nice.
your
What is it?
podcast?
It's called Joey Division. It's
Okay.
me and another guy named Joey. And he's a comedian. And Joey Z, if you ever heard of him. But
Shout out.
yeah, we just get high and talk about whatever we want.
Nice.
Nice.
It's not
Check it out.
awesome. It's not really about anything. So.
It's the Seinfeld of podcasts.
Nice. That sounds like something I would like.
All right. So, how did y'all get into music? Playing music, learning music? Anybody?
Well, I think just like in high school, going to like a local show in El Paso, like, and just seeing that this whole other world existed, a bunch of freaks playing weird ass music. I don't know. It just kind of, I think it either like hits you real hard or it doesn't. But I thought it was incredible. And that's where I met all these
Yeah.
fuckers.
Nice.
Are we allowed
Nice.
to curse on
Yeah.
that?
Say
Yeah.
whatever you want.
We all grew up listening
I
to
don't get high.
pretty
either, I was
decent
just
music
kidding.
out there.
No, yeah. No. In other states.
Yeah.
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 We all had like parents that taught us about cool music. I think different like varieties of it. We got to thank them for that. But yeah, I think like Andy said about like Julian said about the El Paso scene. I think that like everybody kind of is looking for some group to attach themselves to when you're young, you know, and that I think that once we saw that like we made more friends that way, we had a better time, we had like a community that accepted us, that like it made us fall in love with playing music more so than just loving music, you know.
Well,
That's
yeah.
where we got into the idea of
In
creating a band
in high
and being
school,
part of that, you know.
Yeah, in high school, there's the jocks and there's the class presidents and the class congress, whatever there is. But
Student council.
Student council. But you know, I think for us,
What else is there?
there's other chess club. There's other
Nice.
things.
Yeah.
I would have been.
Yeah,
I should have been a part of chess. Yeah, but I think since like maybe it was harder for us, to find our niche in that world, and so going to shows and like being a part of that was the community that we were kind of found on our own, since it didn't really exist in school for us, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And that was the draw, I think maybe.
Yeah.
The competition, the people, you wanted to impress those people more than your classmates and things like that.
Also, like, just seeing all these kids, like, just go absolutely nuts at a weird local show was just like, oh my God. I want to do that.
But
nobody goes nuts for us, but.
I will say on a side note though, I just specifically for me, my mom, I grew up listening to like Madonna and disco, and so that was like my first Gloria Estefan and all that stuff. That was like my first introduction to music, and I still love that stuff. But I think that's where I figured out music, that kind of stuff.
My parents listen to really bad music.
Like what?
Just stuff that I didn't like Def Leppard. I mean,
Okay.
Gore. There's some gore.
My
in
mom really likes Gore.
Oh, nice.
That's not. I wasn't
Great
included
show.
in that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with Gore.
Or Def
No.
Leppard.
Well,
I'm not listening to
it.
it.
Come on.
Just the music, though, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right.
You remember that one meme that's like Def Leppard drummer gets too
Overconfident,
overconfident, takes other arm off.
It's a hard time.
Yeah.
What music or what bands, if any, has influenced y'all's, music performances?
I
Def
mean,
Leppard.
Yeah, save the giant anus for later on
Yeah.
this year at your show.
the first Gore EP was like.
I think for Kyle and I, the bands, I mean, we started off playing, we were really into kind of like Modest Mouse kind of stuff when we were in high school, things like that. But I think the band that we kind of latched on, the first band that was so weird, I guess at the time for us, we didn't know anyone that listened to them, and it kind of made us feel unique, was My Bloody Valentine. It was like, I mean, obviously Radiohead and all those bands, but that was the first band that we didn't know anyone else that knew that band in El Paso, and so we were like, oh, that's what we're doing. Like,
Okay, yeah.
I also think that's one of the bands that like we all liked, like at the same time.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like they showed me that band, but like that was the first band that we all had like a common ground.
That's nice when you can like connect on a band. You're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
like
Wait, how old were you guys when you
Valentine's.
heard My Bloody Valentine?
we were in high school.
Yeah. Same with Stereolab, but I like
Yeah.
Stereolab was just kind of like this little niche. I just listened to Sound Dust
Yeah.
when it came out, and then later on we all became at
Yeah.
the same time very into Stereolab also.
They were a little ahead of us, I think.
Yeah, we had to
Yeah.
like catch up
Philosophically.
mentally
We had to
to
go through
understand
some stuff.
Yeah.
But and at that time in your life, at that age, when you're in your mid-teens, you're at least, I don't know if it's like this for everyone. Obviously, it's not. But for us, your musical likes and dislikes kind of identified you as a person, And so, in order to, everyone's striving for this individuality, and like being into a kind of music or into a band that no one else knew about gave you that kind of.
It's like the idea of punk rock, kind of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
You never heard of Jizz Whistle?
It's a death metal band, dude.
Actually, I have.
Wow.
Well, you never heard their first album?
I wonder.
I feel like I know who you're trying to say.
Shots in the dark,
Yeah.
Maybe they land, maybe they don't.
Yeah.
So I wanted to say thank you for being here and talking to
you.
us. We really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
us, yeah.
We like your music, and congratulations on Five of Cups. We listened to that on the way here. We
Hope you
enjoyed
liked
that.
it.
Yeah.
Great.
It's not the first time we've listened to it, but we
Yeah.
listened to it on the way here.
In
just
preparation.
Cool.
Because we're going to talk to you guys. So I wanted to ask you about the Five of Cups. Is there someone in the band who likes tarot? Or how did Five of Cups come about?
I don't think any of us dislike tarot or anything. I mean, in high school we had a friend that would read cards. I don't think any of us are like gravitate towards it really, but
I've never had my cards
Yeah, me neither.
read.
oh really? David would read ours all the time. But so in the pandemic when things were getting real rough, I think this is just from me. I don't know if these guys were feeling quite the same way, but I think I was having a lot of like doubt about maybe the future of music for me, and there was like dark times when it was like, well, live music's never going to be a thing again. I might be 55 before you can go to shows. So it was just like, what I've dedicated so much of my life to this, and so many heartaches and all these things for this career, and now it's just all falling apart. And I think it caused maybe rifts in my relationships, even with these guys and stuff like that. And I had to go to work because I was one of the people that was still working out at a restaurant, but we were doing to-go only. So it would only be the crew inside and then people waiting outside, you know, and then we would just like kind of like hand them their food over, basically. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of had time to fool around and stuff inside. And my coworker, she's like, well, I've been reading cards. Can I read yours? And this all happened a day after kind of like an implosion I had where I was just like, I had reached my end kind of, you know? Okay. Not like in a dark way, but like I don't think I'm doing this music thing anymore. I'm done with it, that kind of way. And she read my cards, and I forget the first two cards, but they weren't really like positive cards. It was kind of like she's like could tell that something was going on. And then the last card she gave me was that card, and it was like reversed means like it's the opposite effect, but it was like the right side effect. And she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it seems like at this point in your life, like you're really only focusing on all the negative things in life, and you're at a point in life where you have to decide if you're going to continue down the path you're on or if you're going to let all the problems just kind of destroy you. And like I started crying, and it was just like intense because it happened so immediately after all of this stuff happened to me, and it just made me really like think about like it was somebody finding a way to be like, you have to pay attention to this feeling and make a decision kind of. And so that's how that happened.
Okay, so was the album Five of Cups, was this like a conscious effort on your part to transmute the energy, or like the Five of Cups energy for people who don't like ever get their cards read? My understanding from the classic Rider-Waite-Smith deck is that the Five of Cups is about loss and grief. Yeah. And in like the card, it's like a man who's looking at 3 cups that have spilled over, but there's still 2 cups that are upright. So he's focusing on the ones that fell over and not the ones that he still has, right? So were you using like from that reading, like I guess what I'm asking is, did you use that grief you were feeling to like make this album into something productive?
For that song, I had more control of that song, but like since we're such a collaborative band and we each write songs, I don't know if everyone went in it with that purpose, but specifically with that song, I think that it's lyrically about somebody that's lost everything and is kind of deciding whether they want to focus on this previous life they had and to become bitter, watching maybe their old friends and stuff still living that kind of life while they're no longer capable for financial reasons or whatever. And so the character is kind of figuring out their path and kind of essentially traveling through like the stages of that situation. But I think that as a whole, the album there's a lot of elements of grief and darkness, even in songs that other people wrote. But I think as a band, we always tend to like the sweeter side of things, and we don't want to leave on you can explore those feelings, but it doesn't have to. You can always there's a silver lining and there's a positive side, and it can be uplifting at the same time.
Like the general vibe of our band is well represented by the reverse Five of Cups thing. Yeah, because it's still like you're looking at it, but it's kind of like changing the perspective on it to make it something positive, I guess.
Yeah,
I like that. So if you met someone who's in Five of Cups energy, what advice would you give them to get happy, to get out of that?
Check out Iowa.
Yeah.
Iowa?
Go to Iowa.
Yeah?
I would definitely say take a trip by yourself.
Okay. Yeah, get into a different space, like physically.
I think it's kind of selfish to expect other people to change your state of mind. So distancing yourself maybe and giving yourself time to reflect on your own is always a healthy thing, I think.
Yeah, it's
but you have to confront that thing, you know.
Yeah.
You have to get away from things, or even time. You have to give things time before you can appreciate them. Sometimes it's just like a bad time you were going through when you were in it, but now that you look back on it, it's kind of a nostalgic, beautiful experience. Like, it's sad, but there's some silver lining to it.
Yeah.
I think that nostalgia kind of plays into the Five of Cups vibe.
Yeah.
And I think that that's where some of the other stuff that other themes that were on the record still work in that vein, and I think that's why that
well, it's like a choice.
was a good record title and a good like title track for the album because it kind of covered.
It's a thesis statement kind of.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, everyone in our culture like idolizes kind of this like philosophy of like, I'm gonna travel the world and I'm gonna do all these things and I want to explore places and meet new people, and that's a beautiful concept, but you also have to remember the thing that makes it beautiful is there's going to be nights where you couldn't find a hostel in some city and you're walking the streets late at night and you're suffering, you're wishing you're back home.
You don't have any money.
You don't have any money and things like that. But then, you get through that dark phase, and then maybe something good happens the next day. You meet some people that give you a place to stay. You meet new friends now, and now that dark moment before really makes this next phase so much sweeter, and you appreciate the people because they are giving you something that you realize you can't get on your own. You need some people.
It's more impactful, and it makes the story better.
And it's part of the journey. It's a necessary part of the journey. It's 100% necessary.
Yeah.
The bad parts are the best parts later on, looking back.
Yeah.
It's like the funny parts.
Yeah.
They turn into the funny parts later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up.
When's the happiness part?
Can you describe how making music has contributed to your overall happiness and positivity?
I think there's a very much so catharsis and having a song finally come together, and we play it and it's like, oh yeah, it's done, or also executing it well in the live setting and getting like positive feedback from people, like we're bouncing this off of each other, and that's
I think
definitely makes me happy,
Even just creating something and getting it out and letting some of your feelings out is like a good cathartic, therapeutic experience, whether it's writing or painting or writing a song or whatever.
Yeah.
But I also think for me personally, it's given me a really good reason to keep hanging out with my friends more often for this long, I think a lot of people, the older you get, like, you got to be in like you play golf together, you go to the same like
Applebee's.
Every weekend you meet up and for us it's like always been getting together and playing music, so I think it's allowed us to maintain like a good healthy friendship for a lot of years,
and that
makes me very happy.
Yeah.
It's also like it's fun. It's a very unique position that we were in where not a lot of people know what it's like to spend essentially years of their life in a van or on stage together, and you develop a relationship in a way that I don't know the parallels, what other, maybe like people that go to war or something, but it's just like a kind of tight-knit understanding that you can only get through things like that, After a long tour, we can be on stage and playing, and we just kind of, there's almost like a psychic bond between us. We can look at each other and be like, oh, he's gonna do something right now. We feel it, like, let's just go with it. There's no discussion required, and it's just a very unique.
You're already laughing to yourself about the same inside jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it's Prometheus, that movie.
Yeah.
Where they like go down to that planet, and it's like the mass of it makes it to where 4 minutes was like 12 years or something.
Oh no, that's Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar.
Awesome movie.
Both
but yeah,
good.
they come back and everyone else is all old and they're still young, and it's kind of like it
there's
feels like not.
You're now different. So
we're just still immature though, is what I'm saying. Everyone else is like grown up. We're like married with kids and like dead. And
Yeah.
stuff, and we're like, what's going on?
So it's like when you go on tour, no time has passed. When you get back, you're just the same age you were when you left.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we
We're
age.
younger.
It's the opposite. We age twice as fast as the other, but mentally, yeah.
Our bodies, our roadmap of pain.
I think that dude's at the door, Eric.
That dude.
Can you come in?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, Eric.
You told me to just come in.
Yeah.
Come on.
want me to close this one too?
I think you can only close the inside one.
Hi, Eric.
Hi. Am I gonna be in the shot or?
No,
Yeah, dude, we're live right
it's
now.
Pull up a
it's
chair.
just, yeah, pull up a
Jump
chair.
in here.
Get cozy.
Eric, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us who you are?
I'm Eric Trejo, and I play bass for Holy Wave.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for being here. So my next question for the band was going to be, is there one song or album that you can tell me to listen to that will make me happy? Something that you listen to that always makes you happy?
There's a few.
Like all of us together, one song?
Each one of you give me
Okay.
one song or album. Like I gotta listen to the whole album or just this one song.
I think Gordon Lightfoot's Sundown will always make me happy.
Okay.
Like,
I'll
always.
look it up.
Every song on it,
Okay.
it's just a perfect record.
He
Okay.
died a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
Or
rest in
a
peace.
month ago.
Great Canadian songwriter. Great. I think
I've
he's
heard
Bob
that-
Dylan's favorite songwriter.
I've heard that name, but I don't know. Like maybe if I heard the music, I'd be
You've
like,
heard
oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, he
you've
is
heard this song.
sundown, you better take care if I find you've been drinking round my back stair.
It sounds nice.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah. All right, I'll start first verse.
I can see you.
In the faded dreams.
Yeah, that song makes me pretty happy.
It's just so good. It's just so good. Can we cue? Is this where you're gonna be like, all right, for now, for all y'all, we're gonna play this song? Is that a possibility right now, or?
I think you gotta
Will
pay
takes
for
care of
No,
that,
no.
so let's ask Will.
Like 4.5 seconds or something.
Who else? There was only one answer.
I have one,
Go for it.
but I can't remember the name of the artist. It's an old artist. They do that song. Vamos a la playa.
Oh, 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 vamos a la playa. Vamos a la playa. Oh.
Yeah, it's like an 80s, like.
Yeah. The artist, Eric, is gonna be. Oof, you're gonna have to say that.
Righeira.
Yeah. That,
Okay.
oh, they're Italian, I think.
That's a good one.
I would awkwardly say that Loveless, My Bloody Valentine Loveless actually makes me happy. Like, I think I generally am like a pretty happy-go-lucky kind of guy. But when I am down, I like to listen to more melancholy things. Like, I like for the music to kind of fit my mood.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Also like a nostalgia thing.
yeah,
You
it
know,
brings me,
it's-
it takes me to like a spatial place. Like Brian Eno's another good example of that, where it's like an environment that I go to, and it feels like okay to feel.
It's like a
how I
Zen
feel.
garden.
Which is was happy to me, you know, like.
Yeah, I wrote down sometimes sad music makes me happy.
Yeah,
What-
sure.
So like what genre?
Or it
was-
makes you feel
yeah.
complete.
Yeah.
Like Kyle's all
Like-
sweet. He needs a little sour sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
To counter or to balance him out.
Def Leppard. This one song, this band Tarwater. It's the song's called 7 Ways to Fake the Perfect Skin. I think I'm gonna look it up, but it's like a really pleasant sounding song. It makes me really happy.
I'm kind of like Kyle, you know, like I like OK Computer isn't the happiest record, but it just brings me straight back to a very happy time,
Okay, yeah.
you know, and I can always count on that record among others by Radiohead, you know.
Yeah.
Takes me back to a particular place.
I think it's safe to say though, and if someone is actually happy or sad, just tell them to listen to Pet Sounds or something like that. You know, like that's just like
That's so good one.
objectively you're gonna feel better at. I mean, no
My
one.
first thought though was that Terry Fold song.
Yeah.
Like when I was thinking what song makes me happy, it just popped
Well,
in
that
my
song
head.
makes me very
and it's
happy, yeah.
hilarious. So
Yeah.
you know, everyone's laughing,
Yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
The For the Weed Smokers
Yeah.
Yeah.
tape.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Lola's theme.
Lola's
That would
theme.
be like a collective.
Oh, Chemical Brothers Out of Control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember a time when performing music was rewarding for you emotionally or spiritually?
Wait.
Right.
Have other people said that it stops or something like that?
Everybody's answer is different.
Yeah.
I remember a
every
couple
time.
times. Where
I'm
it
still
was-
waiting for it to happen.
There's a
Wow.
couple.
Okay, well, we're talking about happy stuff.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, there's few and far between where it's not
Okay.
rewarding. I think that it's like even if there's nobody there, it's like an opportunity to make nice sounds and play with your friends, you know, like even at our worst.
Yeah, even if it doesn't
still
feel rewarding, it
and like
probably has
like
some
Coach Mike
benefits.
McDaniel says, adversity is opportunity, right?
Yeah, I
So
think it's
when
like
you have a bad show. It's like
Yeah, he's 22 years old. He doesn't know. I'm just kidding.
it's one of those things where it's crazy how like you can walk into practice stressed from the day, and as you start playing, you can literally feel all of those feelings just kind of go away. Like, it's a really crazy feeling immediately. Sometimes maybe it's not immediately, but like it always happens at some point. You'll play that song like, oh yeah, I love doing this. I love being with these guys, and it's just like all those problems. Are
well, in
gone.
the same way that the music that makes you happy, that you listen to, makes you happy, and because it takes you back to that space. It's kind of a unique experience to be able to play music that takes you back to that space.
Oh,
and
yeah,
actually
for sure.
be physically making it, and it's something that you made in the past too.
That's why it would be crazy to be in a band where you don't make the music at all and you're just like a hired gun, because I wonder if they have that ability. I mean, they're still playing, which is fun. They're still
That would be crazy.
No, but like it's different because we're friends. But I mean, like if Taylor Swift like called you up and like
She writes all her own songs, dude.
Yeah, no. She's like, Eric, well, I want you to play bass. You might not like music, but the paycheck's fat. Do you think you'd be able to have that experience? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I think this is like a very particular case in which like I've been like a huge fan of y'all's music for years, and like for me to be able to like be on stage, listen to these songs that I love, and like that's there's a lot of reward there for me. You know, it's.
But
I'm
compared to Taylor Swift, would you rather play with her?
No, that
you
would
can.
That would be the difference for me. Is that like I feel really lucky and fortunate to be able to be part of like a music project that I really believe in and really dig and listen to these songs on my own time. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, you own it too. Like you make it yours and you own it. Like Dionne Warwick, you know.
Yeah.
She owns like Burt Bacharach. Those songs, Burt Bacharach and Hal David wrote them, but she made them.
Yeah.
She has just as
she added the
much
life,
ownership
injected
over
life
those
into
songs
them.
as they do, you know.
Yeah.
I
Same
heard
thing with
this.
Herb Alpert.
Yeah.
I heard this thing. Most songs are just waiting for Johnny Cash to do them correctly.
Not the 9 Inch Nails one though.
I thought it was good.
I thought
It
that
is
was
good, but
that one was good.
it's a great song. But it was also done perfectly the first time. It's just he
Right,
did
right.
another version that was
There
great.
was a really bad one I heard recently. I can't remember what it was, but that Johnny Cash cover.
Oh yeah.
I think it was like a rap song.
Oh, that sounds fun.
You did like a 2 Chainz song or something.
It's a Papa Roach song.
Good my life. No.
So we talked a little bit about music. I want to ask you about comedy. We've been talking to comedians and musicians. Do each of you have a favorite stand-up comedian or a favorite comedy, like movie or series that really makes you happy?
Oh man. You want to start this one off?
I don't know who my favorite comedian is.
Bill Hicks.
I don't know.
Or like
Straight
a
up.
like a,
Yeah,
a
Bill Hicks is
movie. Or,
amazing. Well, he
Bill Hicks is
I like
like
Stephen
borderline
Wright a
like
lot.
philosopher though,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but very funny.
Yeah. I think like the orators. He's an orator.
Yeah.
right?
Orators
Like,
are always the best storytellers
like,
in comedy.
I
Yeah.
imagine like in like the classical days, like the good philosophers and orators were also great comedians. You know, comedy was looked at as more of a high art back then, I think, as well. But it is still, I think, one of the highest arts there is.
I love Pete Holmes. I think
Yeah, Pete Holmes is great.
John Mulaney is great.
Dimitri Martin is awesome.
Dimitri Martin's funny. I just finished a series called Pen 15. I don't know if y'all have seen it.
I've seen like the
It's
ads for it,
so
but I
good.
haven't like watched it.
It's so
Should I check
good.
it out?
It's really funny.
That's funny.
Okay.
Tim Robinson is really great.
Oh,
for,
yeah,
like,
I think you
modern
should
stuff.
leave.
It's just,
Oh,
Yeah, I
that-
think You Should
that-
Leave was a game changer.
That all
for me.
went very hard in the van.
Yeah, there are certain like comedy is kind of this like thing in the band. Like every band we've met, there's a similar dynamic in the if they're getting along. You know, and there's a similar dynamic in the band where it's like who can make each other laugh the most, and you'll latch on to certain stand-ups, you'll latch on to certain shows and just pick lines out, and it's just like you'll just hear them feeding each other, or we'll be feeding each other lines from the show all day long.
I think I quoted, I think you should leave already here today. I'm not sure. But.
Sure about that?
Norm Macdonald. I forgot to say Norm Macdonald.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Norm Macdonald.
Yeah, he's probably the best comedian.
George Carlin.
I mean,
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Up there.
We kind of that was the first comedian I think I really latched onto.
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
I know he upset a lot of people, but I think Louis C.K. is a great comedian.
Jesus Christ.
He's a great comedian, and he not only is he like a great stand-up comedian.
You know who I really
Did you say
I really loved his show.
I'm just saying, like.
I mean, he's a funny guy. There's no
like,
denying that.
And he's also behind a lot of production too. He doesn't just do stand-up. He's involved in movies.
He wrote Pootie Tang.
Pootie Tang, yeah.
Yeah, that's
true.
Yeah, Pootie Tang. And
Seminole classic.
Yeah.
he also.
My dad still talks about Pootie Tang to this day because when I was a kid, I wanted to watch it really bad. I didn't know. I was young, and he took me to the movie theater, and within the first 15 minutes, he's like, "Get up or get the fuck out of here." Wow. He's seen a million movies with me, and to this day, he can't remember a single one, but he'll always bring up Pootie Tang. You remember the worst fucking movie in the world, Pootie Tang? You remember that? It's like, yeah, I think you love it, Dad. You always talk about it.
It's on his mind every day.
It is.
Fucking Pootie Tang.
Chris Rock's great in that one too.
Yeah.
Chris Rock is also a great comedian. Yeah.
I think we probably talk about Dumb and Dumber at least once a day.
Yeah. That's another one that's like
one-liners.
The lines are just part of our language.
It's just
at
our
this
language
point.
now.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my love.
Yeah, you always hear like Slappy, Swami, Swanson, Samsonite.
I love it. Where he's like, how's this guy know I have gas?
Gas man?
Gas man.
These guys are pros, aren't they?
Who do you all like with comedy?
I'm gonna say my favorite movie is probably Tommy Boy.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
big
That's another
Chris
one for us.
Farley fan.
Chris Farley,
so
yeah,
that's
great,
why
yeah.
the podcast is That's Why the River,
Yeah.
because the Matt Foley skit where he's the motivational
Oh,
speaker.
yeah, I love that.
It's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
yeah.
Bill Shakespeare over here. We got a regular Bill Shakespeare.
I think didn't Bob Odenkirk write those with him?
Yeah.
I feel, you're probably right.
He's also
I
amazing.
think you might be right. I think maybe they was it like a
I think he
project
was a
they were
writer
doing
at the
and they, like,
time,
developed it?
and they
Okay.
developed this.
But that's kind of like the Dion Warwick thing we were talking about earlier. Is you can write something for Chris Farley, but he's gonna take it and just run with it and like just give
He definitely did
that like energy that only he could bring.
That whole like 90s era of like Saturday Night Live movies, like the cast movies, so good.
Oh, it's
so
Coneheads is
good.
like one of my
Oh my
favorite.
god.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Hilarious.
and it's like really relevant because it's about illegal immigration, illegal aliens, you know, like
And
it's.
with that, we gotta say Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Goes pretty hard in.
Adam Sandler.
For sure.
For sure.
I also think that I just rewatched Superstar and that movie is incredible. I mean,
Molly Shannon's
she's
a powerhouse.
oh
for
my
sure.
god,
Definitely.
so good.
Definitely.
That show, I Love That For You.
Oh,
Have you
yeah,
seen that?
yeah.
That's a
Also,
crazy
what's her name in that show? The main star.
Oh,
She did the whole like
she's the one
pig
from-
guts or she had a couple of
Slapping
hogs.
down some hogs.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I
Oh,
can't. I love her
I can't
though.
remember it right
I have a
now.
big crush on her.
This is terrible.
We're gonna scratch all this part, right?
Yeah. Cut that.
All right, good.
If you could just like put a robot in saying her name.
Samantha?
Vanessa, yes.
Vanessa.
Vanessa Bayer. Vanessa Bayer. Yes.
So, Will, do you have something else you want to ask?
Yep. For our listeners, what is something that you have written and put out there that has a vibe of happiness and positivity that you would say?
In our music?
Yeah. Or unless you've done screenplay or something that I haven't seen.
It would only be music, I think.
We have a song called Happier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the last song,
Yeah.
right?
That's-
On
yeah,
the Five
yeah.
of Cups, okay.
Yeah. It kind of touches on those themes a little.
I think the happiest song.
I think Do You Feel It? That's one of the
Yeah,
reasons
it seems
that
Right.
kinda
that's
like
a popular one is because it's a happy.
Feel good.
What about
It's
that?
like, you love me? Yeah, you love me.
What about that music video where you guys are like popping bottles of champagne and like?
Wet and Wild?
Yeah, I think that video had like that joyous happiness, like y'all were celebrating.
Yeah, but things like that fade away. So
yeah, when
that's not true happiness.
When Wild has a really cool music video.
Yeah, I think it does.
That's a fun video.
I think Schmetterling is a very positive, happy song.
That's
the one I was
whimsy
trying
to
to
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's just a real sweet song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you guys working on any new projects that you want to talk about? Individual or together?
Honestly, we're about to go on tour for a really long time, and that's kind of taken complete, like...
That's the thing we're
precedent.
promoting right now.
Yeah.
Tour.
How long are you going to be on tour?
For
2.5 months.
Yeah, something like that.
We're leaving on the 10th, and
Getting back December.
late December.
Yeah.
Which city are you looking forward to seeing the most on the upcoming tour?
I think that I'm looking forward to. I always look forward to New York. Yeah, Budapest.
Oh, this.
Yeah.
I've never been to Budapest.
Yeah, that's the
I
one
hear,
that pops up.
I hear it's
the most.
cool.
I'm excited to see Madrid. I'm excited to see Berlin.
Zagreb. That one's
Yeah,
gonna be
Zagreb.
sick.
I think we're excited to go to Eastern
I
Europe.
always love playing LA. LA is always just great, you know.
Chicago as well. I'm always looking forward to
Yeah,
Chicago
Chicago is
shows.
nice.
Okay.
We've never played a show in Baltimore, and I lived in Baltimore as a kid, and so it's my first time being back.
Shout out Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
And El Paso again.
We're excited for all
I
of
haven't
them.
been there.
Yeah,
this is maybe
we like to play. We like to play.
This is the section where you just list every city. They like them all, right?
It could be a whole other podcast, but once you travel around that many times to different places, you have like that nostalgic food item in every place also, you know?
Or
Like,
friends.
from your hometown, like you're like, oh, you got it. Like in El Paso, it's like you got to get like chili relleno, or you got to get enchiladas or chili Colorado. But we have that in like a lot of places because we've been there multiple times. So like every time we're in LA, we go to Angel's Tijuana Tacos.
Yeah.
We try to.
And we have friends in these places too that we want to see, you know.
Yeah.
And a
Even
lot
if
of
we
cities.
don't play in Detroit, we always get a Detroit style pizza up there or somewhere. Like we're always like, there's
Oh,
always
we're
cool
getting a
little
Detroit
piece.
style pizza.
Yeah, it's a fun thing.
I think one more thing I'll say is I know that we're excited to go to Belgium and just get some danky Belgian beers. Just chill and drink some Belgian beers.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
exciting.
Yeah.
And the cheese with the
cheese. Oh, it's the cheese.
I'm always very excited to go to Spain. I really like Spain as a country. I think we're from El Paso, you know, like my favorite country to go to is probably Mexico because it's a foreign country, but it also feels like home because we're from El Paso.
Okay.
And Spain, you know, is like the big brother, the conqueror, big brother, right?
Yeah.
Like where a lot of the culture, like
I think
there's
stepbrother would be
similarities.
more apt.
Stepdad, maybe.
Stepdad.
But there's like aspects of Spanish culture where I can I feel it feels more homey to me
Okay.
because I think the Spanish influence on Mexican culture, you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask one last question.
I'm sorry we take so long on questions.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good.
okay.
My question is, okay, so we're talking levitation bands. What part of levitation makes you guys the happiest? You guys are playing on Friday the 27th at Levitation, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
What part of levitation makes you the happiest?
Flying Lotus.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know. I think it's our like kind of festival. There's like a lot of stuff that we like. And,
Also,
you know, you
I
don't
think-
get that out of every festival you play. You know.
But it's also we grew up alongside the festival, kind of.
That's
Well, yeah.
there's that too. It's
We
like
played
There's
almost every year.
A lot of fans and a lot of friends that do these festivals like every year. You see a lot of people that come in from Europe that you haven't seen in a long time. You see
Yeah.
a lot of people from Mexico that come up. Like,
you feel the love
yeah.
heavy. during
And
the
you
festival.
get to hang out with bands that you maybe haven't seen in a while. They're touring through, and
Well, and it gives you access to some artists and bands to become a little bit more communicative with that were like your idols when you were younger. At least you get to like
and they're your friends
have a
now.
conversation
kind of,
with them. Like Pete Kember gave me his extra beer tickets at a
Yeah.
festival one time. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's definitely the community vibe. And it's also just
Yeah.
our friends put the festival on.
Panda Bear and Sonic Boom
Yeah.
probably makes me the happiest of whoever's coming, but the thing that makes me not happy is I think we have to play like at the same time as them across
I
the
don't want to
city.
think about that.
Uh-huh.
This is a happy podcast, Kyle.
But the people that go to that show can be happy.
Yeah, oh, they're going to have a
I
great
can
time.
help those people
Yeah.
be happy still.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling them like not go to that show. You heard it here first.
No, it's, in the podcast is where they do the hard cut, and like one of y'all was like, and this is the part of the podcast where Kyle takes it all back and says, "Please come to our show." now back to the podcast.
Tell everybody, the people, where they can find you on social media.
The best place is probably Instagram.
What's our handle?
Holy Wave TX.
Holy Wave TX, and we're pretty responsive, I think. And
Yeah. If you just Google us, you can find our Facebook and YouTube videos and stuff. You just type in Holy Wave.
Yeah, check out Bandcamp too, where we put up stuff for sale all the time, merch, and
Ask Jeeves. You could ask Jeeves about
Ask Jeeves, does he still
Did Jeeves retire? I thought.
Let's just ask.
I think it's just chat GPT now.
Interestingly enough, I recently was talking to somebody about Ask Jeeves, and we were wondering if it's still a thing. And it's ask.com now, but when you go there, it's just like weird ads. It's like the whole
It's
thing
not a search engine?
Wait, is
It's
that
a
is that
wasteland.
the gates to the deep dark web? You think?
It's like
All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out.
Bands by the River, a podcast about happiness, music, and comedy.